Hello, hello, hello. What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Who do we got here tonight? Abigail, 1991, Shadow Man, Goobu Shifty, Gabbo Shifty, Tevry 80, Mr. Zesty, Shame MTG, Man Matter, Purple Oranges, Endless MTG, Let's Go Terps. What's going on? How's it going, everyone? Happy midnight from South Africa. Well, thanks for staying up for the stream. It is only 6 p.m. in my time, New York time. Admiral Average, Nightbot, of course. What's up, your Uncle Sam? Too bad it isn't the Not Humans deck you did the other day. I think we probably will end up playing that one on stream. I think at some point I might cut down to 60 cards. 62 cards in the main deck. Oh my goodness, drives me crazy. Yes, well, welcome from the US, Schlobs. Yeah, I know, it's so late in the in the European time zone. Sometime, hopefully, we'll figure out an earlier stream time for all of the European crowd. When is Glorious End coming out? So, we talked about it a little bit before. Oh, is chat not up? Oh, give me 1 second. Let me, hang on. Layers, out of order. There we go. And now our chat's super long. Fixed. Alright, we're good. I think we're good. What was it? Someone asked a question, I don't remember what it was now. Budget Magic Paradox Engine update. Yes, I do remember that. Adding another finisher. Yeah, New Perspectives was super sweet. I'm really excited. I'm hoping someone shows up to the Pro Tour with that. I think it's possible. So Glorious End was going to be this week for Against the Odds, but it was bugged on Magic Online, so we couldn't play it, but that's going to be next week's episode of Against the Odds. So we just put the poll on hold for 1 week, and we'll do that next week. I made sure I actually bought some new basics. I went basic land shopping today, and I think I got some sweet ones. Got some Odyssey basics. I really like the art on these, actually. This forest is very pretty. The mountain, I think they're all from Odyssey. Mountain's pretty reasonable. Island looks sharp. And then the swamp, let's see. Odyssey Swamp. I think there's only 10. Anyway, yes, I do have pretty basics, and I like these new ones. I eventually just want to have like 20 of every basic on Magic Online. Rob Alexander, nice swamp art. Should look at the Kamigawa lands. Ah, man, I just love the old border so much. It's really hard for me to play new border basic lands. Unless I'm just lazy and don't change it. Why do you not use Second Sons and Unsubstantiate and Paradox Engine instead of Ulamog? You could. I mean, that would be another way you could go about finishing the game. Maybe it could be better. Or just approach to the Second Sons. Yeah, the Odyssey land arts are pretty sweet. Hey, what's up, Stu? Yes, old border. You gotta go old border. So, Pro Tour coming up tomorrow. Super excited. I haven't been this excited for a Pro Tour in a long time. So what's your predictions? Give me your Pro Tour predictions. Oh, did I just take I just took a land out of here. I accidentally clicked the island out when we were showing off the beautiful art. That one's pretty sweet too. But we're gonna stick with Odyssey tonight, I think. If I can find it. There it is. Cheon in the top 8. Prediction is that we're asking for Aetherworks ban in a month. I could see that. That's not an unreasonable prediction. Gearhulk wins. Zombies wins. That's true. If you want to chat during the Pro Tour, check out the Discord. Thank you, awesome dude. Mardu vehicles in the 4 Mardu vehicles in the top 8. Cheon won't make day 2. Esper Cycling Control from Shota. New Perspectives, top 16. Swamps and Forests. Yeah, that's a good way to hedge your bet. Island, I predict a deck with islands will make top 64. Oh, Stu. Do you guys have a sweet deck? Do you know the deck? Do you know the deck that Steve is playing? Control's gonna win, Spirits will win, 4-color Planeswalkers. See, like, we've had a ton of different predictions, and there hasn't been many, oh, it's gonna be dominated by... I know you can't tell me anyway, I'm just curious. Gonna be dominated... We haven't had many, it's gonna be dominated by Mardu and gonna be horrible, which I think is pretty exciting. Like, people seem excited for this Pro Tour. Pros are saying they think they might have broke it. Who knows what they're talking about. We had Mikahita Mahara apparently playing the New Perspective list in Japan and maybe trying to hide the deck list. It was like posted on the Hallelujah site, but it was missing a lot of the cards. There's a lot of intrigue. I'm super excited. Mostly, I'm super excited that we're in like in a normal time zone for me. The last 2 Pro Tours have been super brutal. The one, oh my goodness, where was it? Australia? Australia is like the worst time zone if you live on the east coast of the US. It started at like 8 o'clock at night and went till like 6 in the morning. It was so brutal. Vampires, that would be a spicy one. Zombies is the deck that the pros broke. Oh man, I'm excited. I'm super excited. It's going to be super sweet. Limited is even sweet. I'm excited for that as well. So, just all around, it's going to be a good weekend. I'm super excited. So, make sure to check out the site. We're going to have the round by round coverage. Hopefully the guesstimate deck lists as they start to come up. I was kind of low on zombies for the Pro Tour. I didn't think that felt like a deck that pros would lean to. Unless, I mean, if they think it's the best deck, they'll play it. But Marvel, I think, sticks out. If someone can figure out, I don't know, New Perspectives, Paradox Engine, like a busted combo like that, I could see it. Zombies, maybe. Yes, the games can start at some point. Let's do the reminders, get into our league, and then we can chat Pro Tour and all that stuff. So, of course, the MTG Goldfish Replay YouTube. That's where you can find all the old streams. You can go back and watch our super grindy, but super close and super fun green-blue ramp stream from Tuesday, 4-1. That was a pretty fun one. The normal YouTube, if you want to see the New Perspective deck that everyone is talking about, it was on Against the Odds. The long-awaited next episode of This or That Magic is coming out tonight. Me and Tomer have that going up. Blackmouth Kerr, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. I should be playing competitively. I'll have to think about that. Maybe. I don't know. I like making content. I don't know if I'd want to spend all my weekends traveling. When they say grinder, it really is a grind. Like that is an apt term for playing competitive Magic. Pro Tour should start at 9 a.m. my time, which is East Coast US. So do with that as you will. Baron Vanderham, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. One more reminder, the merch page, if you're looking, are we still not getting sub reminders? Oh, why isn't it popping up? We have issues with this. Welcome to the Fishbowl, Baron Vanderham. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Love your videos, big fan. Don't get to watch the stream much. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate the subscription, especially if you don't get to watch much. Xstorm125, 5 months in a row. I heard the splash that time. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Tomer has a Twitch. He doesn't stream super consistently, but it's Budget Commander. Anyway, let's talk about this deck. Get into our league so we can start getting out some matches. So maybe we can squeeze in Momir tonight, since we didn't get Momir on Tuesday. And then we can talk Pro Tour. We can talk Tomer. We can talk Sir Tails 2006. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. See, now this one didn't pop up. I don't understand. It must just be Twitch being goofy, because I don't know what I can do. It's set the same all the time. Anyway, so this deck I'm mostly excited about because of Bounty of the Luxa. This card just seems super fun. So it's halfway like a Howling Mind, where you get to draw an extra card every turn, your own personal Howling Mind, also a ramp card every other turn. So this deck isn't super crazy. It's pretty much like solid stuff. We get some Attune with Ethers, we get some ramp in Servant of the Conduits and Channeler Initiates to get us up to our bounty. Just some good value 3-drops. Rogue Refiner draws us some cards. Virtuoso makes Thopters. Tracker to get some clues. And then we have Glory Bringers to kind of close things out with Chandra. But since we have this random bounty mana, we also can just randomly Ulamog some people. So bounty 4 mana. If we have 2 bounties out, and we get them lined up correctly, that can be 6 mana, so we can go from 4 lands up to Ulamog really quickly. World Breaker happens to be 4 lands plus 1 bounty mana activation. So we are kind of like this value-y rug deck that can randomly just Eldrazi people. The other card I'm excited for is Insult to Injury. I think this card is super underrated, and it seems like a really good way to just steal games. Doubling damage out of nowhere is really sweet, so you just 8 people with Glory Bringer, or shoot down an even bigger creature with Glory Bringer. Doubles damage for everything, so your Chandra deals 4 damage. So I think it's going to be interesting. As far as the sideboard, not too crazy. We get a bunch of counters in blue, a couple of Brawl's Expertise. Not really sure the exact reasoning for Brawl's Expertise, what it's targeted at. Confiscation Coup can steal something. Magma Sprays for those pesky zombies, and also Scrap Heap Scroungers. And then we have Dissenter's Deliverance. We also have a couple Dissenter's Deliverance in the main deck. Kind of interesting. Since you can cycle it away, it's fairly low opportunity cost. And then, yeah, a Sky Sovereign and a World Breaker. So it does kind of seem a little bit like a Marvel deck, but you're not playing Marvels. Instead, you're playing Bounties in the Marvel slot almost, which is, it's interesting. So I don't know. I really want to try out Bounty. That was the main reason I picked this deck for tonight. It just seems like such a fun card with the card drawing and repeatable advantage. So we're going to give it a shot, see how it goes. I think it initially 5-0'd a League, I believe, is where this comes to us from. So yeah, let's do it. And in before we get crushed by a million new perspectives. Oh, pay no attention. Pay no attention to the other lists on here. I think someone was asking about something, but no looking at that. Private information. What is this deck making all of this energy if it doesn't have a good outlet for? Just good stuff. Feels like it would be better. Well, you have Harness Lightning, but the energy cards are just good is the main thing. They're just like powerful. So we're not really playing them as much for energy, just like we're just playing them because they're good cards, like Rogue Refiner and so forth. No, it just said Black Right Aristocrats. I think someone in the chat was saying, when are you going to play Aristocrats? And it just happens to be one of the deck lists in my collection. So maybe that means it's going to be happening soon. It doesn't really matter. I highlighted it intentionally. Alright, alright. Well, Bounty, Ulamog. Sounds like a way to win a game. Icy Doc, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Says, loves the brew so spicy. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. And we'll keep this. I mean, we can cycle this Deliverance, get to the Bounty. Should be playing Black, White, or Aristocrats instead. Aristocats instead. Give Regal Caracal a chance. It's just so expensive. Maybe it would be good in Aristocrats. Aristocats. I think that when I was a kid, actually, the Aristocats was my favorite Disney movie, I think. I don't know why. I like the piano music. They had some good tunes in that one. Yeah, Cat Tribal took a big hit when they banned Felidar Guardian, unfortunately. Yeah, insult to injury is way more insane than people think. It just kills people out of nowhere. I spent like the better part of a day this week trying to make blue-red prowess work, and I haven't actually figured it out yet. I'm still hopeful I can do it, but oh man, there were so many crazy turns where we just kill people out of nowhere. Like, cast an insult to injury, flip a thing in the ice, attack for 14, cast an incendiary flow for 6. That's only like 5 mana. Servant would have liked to draw this a bit earlier, but better now than never, I guess. We might just have to Glorybringer next turn. Would you make any changes to the new Perspectives deck? I don't think there's many changes to be made. Maybe the sideboard could be updated a little bit, but as far as the main deck, I think it's pretty well set. Haven't got a chance to play it yet, but I've been impressed with Insult to Injury from what I've seen. Yeah, it seems like it could be very good in green-red energy as well, especially if you're still playing Trample stuff. Hey, welcome, Moldy Face. Good to have you, or Moldy Ace, rather. There's no F in there. So, sorry about that, Moldy Ace. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, more negates would probably be helpful. I think that's... I mean, the deck loses to counter spells, really fast aggro, and black Lost Legacy type effects. Those are the things you're scared of. So, as you're building the sideboard, that's what we're looking to beat, basically. We'll cycle this. I don't think our opponent's going to have many artifacts for us to deal with. Also, Whirler Virtuoso, for whoever was asking about energy, is a pretty good energy payoff. Let's just Glorybringer. Hope our opponent doesn't have Blossoming Defense. Skullerix0, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Let's exert. Kill a Brawler. Alright, no Blossoming Defense. Brawler down. Glorybringer is also very good. I expect we will see a lot of that at the Pro Tour. Maybe Hope of Gurapur for new Perspectives. Possibly. Am I building any decks around Anointed Procession? Yes. We will have new Perspective decks soon as well. Why is Radiant Flames and new Perspectives instead of Sweltering Suns? The biggest reason for that is red mana. The deck is actually really short on red mana, so it's actually super hard to cast Sweltering Suns. Could you have some input on my Fog deck? I'm still going strong with it, but unsure about Barl's expertise. Alright, opponent has Hydra. We draw a Forest. Wait, so the first time, I gotta read this again. Beginning of your pre-combat main phase, remove all counters. If no counters are removed, put a flood counter on it and draw a card, otherwise add 3. So it's gonna draw us a card next turn. But we could just be dead. I think we just got to Whirler Virtuoso here to be able to make a chump blocker, and then maybe we can bounty next turn. Well, I know what it does, I just wasn't sure about the order of it, if you drew first or if you made mana first. But you draw first, basically. Yeah, it sounds right. Awesome, dude. Have I seen Anointed Procession Kalidas interaction? I heard about it. I think they talked about it on the Magic Mike's podcast, and I also saw it on Twitter. It is odd. I don't know if I fully understand it, but it is definitely confusing. Bring to the Standard Showdown. Oh yeah, I got a Fog deck to look at as well. Ink Treader, what? Ink Treader? Ink Treader Foggin Trails. I like the name. Haze of Pollen, Commencement, Sensor, Fissure. Looks pretty solid. I know that Commit to Memory has been super good in those style of decks, so that's something I would consider. Some Grixis Improvise. Also looks pretty sweet. Marionette Master is a bit expensive, but it's very strong if you can get to it. I guess that would be my main concern with that one, is 22 lands for Marionette Master, but it is powerful. Do you and Chaz and Richard do a Fantasy Pro Tour draft? I have never done a Fantasy Pro Tour draft, but I'd really like to. Cowbell, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. So we're just going to make a Thopter and Thop this Bristling Hydra. Yeah, it's fine. Take 4. Do you think that some rejection of EDH 1 vs 1 format from some people is similar to in some cases where they say they dislike a food or dish even when they never taste it? Yeah, I mean, I think it is partly. I think a lot of the stuff you hear, the negative stuff, is people that have a traditional view of what Commander is supposed to be. And I think this rift existed before Magic Online, but you'll find Commander purists, let's call them, who don't view any form of 1v1 Commander or competitive Commander as a legitimate format. So I think that's part of it as well. Well, let's Glorybringer, shoot down Voltaic Brawler, and try to chump our way into some bounty value. Pass the turn. We also have Harness Lightning, which is good. Oh, to see the deck, you have to do exclamation point deck. If I want to play competitive 1v1 format, I can play Standard, Modern, Legacy. Why would I want to play EDH over casual multiplayer? Some people like it. Oh, dear. Are we literally dead to this thing? Probably. 8. They're still playing larger than life? Really? Huh. Well, Bounty's not looking too good right now. Yeah, some people just don't like the idea of competitive Commander. Block, block. I think we're dead. Pumps, pumps. Yeah, we're dead. I mean, we can Harness Lightning, but we still die to Bristling Hydra. This is like old school green-red Pummeler. I didn't know anyone played this deck anymore. Or not the larger than life pump spell version. I haven't seen this build in a long time. Yeah, got us. When does Tomer stream? I don't think he has a consistent schedule. I think he has been streaming on Wednesdays before we record Commander Clash somewhat regularly, but I don't think he has an official schedule at this point. Will he ever revisit Rally Vampires? Oh, geez. Maybe. I don't know. I gotta do a poll or something. Like, are you interested in revisiting old decks? I haven't really ever done that. There's been a couple of decks, like Freewind Red I go back to, but usually I try to do new decks every week. So I don't know, I've wondered, would it be cool to go back and revisit old decks and make videos of them again, or is it better to just keep pushing forward with new stuff? Tomer streams under Budget Commander, which is also his Twitter. How would you look at the face of people wishing to buy Sphinx of the Final Word now? Why, is it expensive now? I'm confused. What's up, Drink Grog? I play Pummeler, but my pump is just Blossoming Defense, Invigorating Rampage, Built to Smash. Oh, that's still a lot of pump. I know a lot of people have been using Ronas as one of the pump spells at least. Try to visit Blue-White Spirits on Modern. It's super good, super resilient. Yeah, Blue-White Spirits is pretty sweet in Modern. I gotta make camels and Consulate Turret work in Standard. Oh man, I forgot that we tried to do that in Limited. That was a disaster. Oh, we better actually sideboard here. So I think we want more interaction. Sky Sovereign's probably fine. World Breaker's probably not very necessary. Magma Spray. Dissenter's Deliverance, definitely unnecessary in this matchup. And go down one Ulamog, try it like that. We sideboarded. I think Sphinx is spiking because, well, the New Perspectives deck, slightly, but also because it's very important for control decks. And I think Control will be a part of the Pro Tour. I don't know if it'll be the dominant deck or anything, but I think it'll be a deck. Casey's on. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Definitely appreciate it. Wait, is that a double sub? I'm so confused. Is it a regular sub and a prime sub? Well, thank you either way, and double thank you if that was the double sub. I've never seen that before. All right. Well, we got the energy value hand. Sphinx is also good against Glorybringer, good against counter spells, good at protecting combos. Why do people think New Perspectives is a good deck? I mean, it's very consistent at doing its thing. Like, you play New Perspectives and you really do just win. It's very hard to fizzle. Do you think people use Altered Ego to copy Sphinx and control mirrors? Back control hasn't been a super common thing, but, I mean, I guess you could. Alright, that makes sense. That's probably why I've never seen a double sub before. Alright, we'll just play Sanctum, pass the turn. What do you think of the 4-color Planeswalker deck that's been going around? It's basically like the Copycat combo deck, but without any cats. Seems reasonable. I've played against it a couple times, and it seemed pretty good. It looks fun. It does have, like, a ton of Planeswalkers. Pass the turn. You can copy hexproof creatures with clones. The way it's worded, you don't actually like target the creature, you just choose a creature. So it can target hexproof creatures or shrouded creatures. Ooh, holiday weekend for the Pro Tour. That's nice. We don't have any Marvels. We're playing Bounty of the Luxa. That's way better than Marvel, right? Opponent kills our servant. Well, we're gonna get a Chandra down, which should hopefully be good. Let's just Rogue Refiner here. Draw a card. Sally Just, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Oh, I really like Glyphkeeper too. That's another card that I think is underrated. Rogue Refiner into a Rogue Refiner. Hey, what's up, Lowly Dragon? Yeah, the deck looks pretty fun. I mean, we just started playing it, so I don't know how good it is yet, but it seems cool. I really like the idea. That sounds like the perfect way to celebrate the top 8 of a Pro Tour. Get together, play some EDH or Standard, have a couple brews. Sounds like a good plan. Well, let's get in with Rogue Refiner. And then we're probably just going to Chandra if our opponent doesn't block the Separpard. No blocks. Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to have to drain a lot of energy to play Chandra. Because we don't have any actual red sources, but... Gotta do it. So, Chandra down. Kill Separpard. And then we can start drawing cards with Chandra next turn. What kind of music do I like? I like most kinds of music. Mostly independent music of some kind or another, but I guess primarily rock and folk, acoustic stuff. Some rap music, not a whole lot. Some country music, but not recent country music. Old country music. Or like alt country, like Wilco. So we can take up Chandra for mana? That might actually be smart. That would let us double Rogue Refiner? Yeah, let's do that. Take up Chandra. Add some mana. And then we can Rogue Refiner. We would like to hit a land here. This also gets us our energy back. I did get your music, good pans. Thank you for that. And Rogue Refiner. I haven't used any of it yet, but I may in the future. Rogue Refiner, number 3. Land, please. Ooh. This is where Insult might be able to just steal a win next turn, depending on what our opponent does. Giving all of our Rogue Refiners double strike is pretty scary. Yeah, Chandra can take up 4 mana. So many abilities. Brazilian music. I'm not super familiar with Brazilian music, but is there a certain band I should check out? Hopefully not. I don't think this deck is going to be as long and grindy as Tuesday. I think that there'll be some shorter games. Hopefully short enough that we can actually close with a game of Momir, but we'll see. Why does Torrential Gearhulk cost 6 times as much as Aetherworks Marvel? I'm so confused by that question. Well, let's attune with Ether. Get a mountain. Add some mana. Magma Spray Brawler. If this works, I think we just get the insult win. And now we can just insult and go for the win, maybe? Double strike up some Rogue Refiners. Wow, does our opponent just have a ton of targeted removal? Are they really not just dead here? Looks like 18 damage to me. And sweet. We got there on the sideboarding. I'll let you know, good pans, if there's any Traxxon specific, so you don't have to just send me anything. Yeah, that's the power of insult to injury. Oh, you're talking about prices. I was thinking mana cost. I was not thinking money costs. Well, I think that, what is the answer to that? Is Torrential Gearhulk just more played? Less likely to get banned? Let me look at this. Marvel's like $6. Gearhulk is like, yeah, $28 here. As far as seeing play, Gearhulk is, yeah, Gearhulk seems more played. Aetherworks Marvel is Etherworks Marvel, yeah, I guess it's similar. Is in 19% of decks as a 4 of. Gearhulk is in 16% of decks as a 4 of. Yeah. I mean, it's probably also people betting on the Pro Tour, but I guess I don't have a good answer. Yeah, Gearhulk, I guess, is more playable in other formats. I think we just keep it like this. That worked pretty well. Well, this hand's not going to do it. Well, hopefully we found a bounty or something. The All-Servant hand. All mana, all the time. Hedron Alignment Secret Salvage. Yeah, I really got to put that on the Against the Odds poll. That would be a good one to potentially do for Against the Odds. Yeah, good timing. Oh, there's a bounty too. All right, well, let's see. Let's see how good this card really is. We get to play it on turn 3 and see what happens. Yeah, I really like these forests. I just got the Odyssey lands today, specifically for the stream. Jay Zoller, always complaining about blue cards. Why not playing Verdurous Gearhulk? We're just playing Glory Bringers in our top end slot. Servant of the Conduit. We might cycle the Thicket. There's some amount of upside to holding on to cycling lands when we're so flooded like that. Because we might, if we draw another land or two, we might just want to cycle it away. Jeez, this is a little scary. This Lathnu Helion. We could draw a Chandra? Magma Spray. Well, we're going to stick to the plan. We're going to play the bounty, see what happens. This does mean we're taking a huge hit, which is not ideal. But play the bounty, and then we get to start doing things, random things, every turn. Opponent has Ether Hub. Yeah, we were playing this deck because we wanted to play bounties, so we might as well play it and see what happens. Alright, down to 12. Not dead yet. That's good. Opponent's passing. That's also good. What is our opponent's hand? A million pump spells? Well, let's play Rogue Refiner. Drawing this second Sheltered Thicket's making the whole Sheltered Thicket plan be a little rough. Do you think we could see a near all land fluctuator list for Against the Odds with the new Amonkhet lands? In Legacy, yeah, I think that's a possibility. We get to draw. Well, play a tap land, pass the turn. Hope we don't die to Lathnu Helion. And looks like we might die to Lathnu Helion. Maybe our opponent just has a handful of removal. Hopefully not pump spells. That would be really bad. We will definitely block with Servant if our opponent doesn't throw a pump spell. Another Ether Hub. What do you think about doing an Against the Odds week or two before Zendikar and Innistrad rotates, focused on the mechanics of those blocks plus some interactions with new cards? Kind of like a revival. That could be interesting. Like, what mechanics would be good to do that with? Alright, so we got a block. Add red mana. Magma Spray. Opponent does have a Blossoming Defense. Okay. Well, we didn't take any damage, so that's encouraging. Another attune. Landfall could be a good one. Ingest, Surge, Support. Ugh. Support's a rough one. Alright, opponent didn't play anything. So this time we're making mana with Bounty, which I guess lets us cycle the Sheltered Thicket. Maybe. Spire Bluff, add mana. Yeah, let's cycle this. Cycle Thicket. Come on, something good. Chump blocking this thing forever does not sound ideal. Oh, play a Servant. Get some energy. Play another Servant. Get some more energy. And pass the turn. Oh, not Skulk. Allies could be a fun one to revisit. What's the downside to Magma Spraying before blockers? We had to use the mana from Servant to pay for Magma Spray. So then our Magma Spray would have been... Or then we wouldn't have had the mana if we had tapped our Servant. Chump into Ulamog might be our plan. I mean, we got Chandras and Glorybringers and so forth, so we got a lot of things we can draw into. Oh, opponent didn't even attack. Alright, opponent has no tricks, because they definitely would have attacked, and we probably would have double blocked. Alright, another land. And... action? Ooh. Well, let's... There's our Ulamog. Let's attune with Ether. Get another land. Can we Ulamog next turn? I think we can. Play this. Play Channeler Initiate. Put the counters on Channeler. And we'll just pass. Alright, I think we might be getting the Ulamog kill. 1 a.m. in Paris. Well, welcome, Blizzard Spectre. Identity Thief. Yeah, we never did the Identity Thief deck. There's a Servant. Well, I don't know if our opponent can beat an Ulamog. That is seeming a bit unlikely. Opponent passes. Well, good game. Good game. There's the bounty. Gives us our Ulamog mana. Ah, this has got to be game. Forest. And Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger. We'll just hit both creatures. Does our opponent have more blossoming defenses? Not that it really matters. I'm pretty sure they're dead either way. I gotta ask, the first got LASIK today. So is the stream looking way better than it ever has before? And we're just gonna pass. There's no reason to do anything risky, like attacking. Imagine like Carry Zev's expertise on Ulamog after we tap out or something. That's a way it could get us. Yeah, Ulamog Insult sounds insane here. And we are gonna do that. We can even flash it back right away and kill the Servant. So let's remove a counter to this turn. Rogue Refiner, we get to draw an extra card. So Bounty's actually looking pretty sweet. Yeah, let's insult. And then we will injure the Servant for 4. And then we will attack for, I don't even know, a very high number of damage. It's 20 just from Ulamog. 30, I think. Well, we insulted our opponent with Ulamog. We don't have that much colorless mana to actually support Kozilek. Morning in Japan. Does Ulamog Mill 40 double strike? It does not. And we got the GGs. Bounty is a lot like Etherworks Marvel, except you get cards instead of winning the game. That's exactly it. In my world. Well, and hello to GNZR1, our opponent. Shout out to them. Hopefully that made your day to get the shout out on stream. Thanks for the match. Definitely appreciate it. You know, in my world, drawing cards is better than just winning the game. You do know that, right? They could Blossom our Ulamog for us. So, yeah. Well, that worked almost exactly like we were hoping. Bounty! The new Etherworks Marvel. And, oh man, our opponent's draw was super bad. All lands. Well, one round down, on our way to some treasure chests. Man, our last treasure chests were super bad, so we need to win some more to make up for the last ones. Oh, our opponent was dead, so looking at their deck isn't super beneficial there. Arlip the Seal, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. I'm not allowed to play Uno anymore because I can't knowingly let my opponent draw two. Is that a quote directly from my article? The Aftermath cards are just strange all around, and it's extremely puzzling why Wizards would choose to do something as bold as create an entirely new card design and waste on unplayable. And oh man, I'm not gonna live that down for the next year. Every time I cast a Aftermath card, I expect that people are gonna be quoting that. Well, you're welcome, Rob the Lobster. Duty? Are you, like, serving in the military? And, alright, we got an Intune, so this is fine-ish. Yeah, I wasn't sure if people would want to sit through New Perspectives again. The thing with New Perspectives, while it's super sweet, it kind of just does the same thing over and over. Like, you have one game plan, and it's to resolve a New Perspectives, and then just cycle until you win. So I didn't know if that would be entertaining. I think we could play it on stream in the future, but I didn't really want to play it on stream today, since the videos just went up last night. Yeah, it's the time zone problem. That deck was super sweet. New Perspectives was so fun. Against Odd Stasis. We did it against Odd Stasis a long time ago, but I think there's more ways of building it, so I would be down with revisiting it. Against the Odds, 20 more main deck cards. We could just do Against Odds Battlewitz and play 190 more main deck cards. Is this green-black tokens? Something spicy's happening. Unfortunately for us, we're a little short on mana here. Pass the turn. We have mono 4-drops, but no way to cast them. How does New Perspectives go against Mardu? I mean, it's basically just a race. Like, if they can kill us on turn 4, it's not going to go well. But if we can kill them before they kill us, then it is fine. I don't know if we've ever played Battle of Wits. I think I'd remember that, because making a deck tech for Battle of Wits would be pretty miserable. Land, please, deck? Please? Alright, well, next turn we can start playing 4-drops. We'll see if that's actually going to be fast enough. This Walking Ballista Nissa synergy is actually pretty good. Is this list on Goldfish? Yeah, if you ever want to see the list we're streaming with, you can just do !deck or !deck list. Oh, we did it in Legacy. Okay. Did I do a deck tech? I can't remember. Man, there's got I don't remember doing the deck tech for it, because I always have dreaded doing a deck tech for Battlewoods because there's so many cards. 11 Bartok 11, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Oh boy, we don't have any rat. Oh my goodness, opponent is just, they're going all in. They are all in, and we are very dead. We kill this, we take 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. I mean, that was quite the draw for our opponent. Whew. Well, I'm assuming that this match isn't as bad as that looked. I think that's got to be like a way above average draw for our opponent. Double Ballista and Nissa. And our hand didn't do anything. Instant deck tech for Legacy lands. Yeah, I'll have to try to do that. Maybe for a Tier 1 Thursday or Tier Thursday. It's monkey time. I don't think there's been an undefeated against the odds deck other than New Perspectives. I think that's the only one that's went completely undefeated. Enjoy the streams, especially the last one with Ramp and New Perspectives. Lee also has a list of Bant Ramp with Approach, which could be a good idea for stream. Sweet. I haven't actually seen the Bant version yet. Just watch LSV's New Perspective videos. I piloted the deck better. Wow. Well, I appreciate it. That's a high compliment. I have not seen the LSV videos yet. People have just been talking about them. I will probably watch them after we finish streaming tonight, because I'm curious to see how LSV did with it. Did I beat him to getting him published? I actually looked because I knew people had been talking about the deck. I actually checked on YouTube, and no one had really made videos. None of the big channels. There was one with like oh, I learned that. So I did one test match. I mentioned that in the article. I did one test match with the deck before I started recording, because I wanted to make sure I knew how the combo worked. And in that match, I cast a Vizier of Tumbling Sands. I was like, oh, that'll be sweet. Like, it'll help me ramp into my stuff. That's probably awesome. And I still ended up winning, but it was super hard. Like, I barely could make enough mana even after I comboed off. So yeah. So after that, I realized that you almost never want to cast Vizier. You can cycle a Monitor to get a land. You can play Weirding Wood to get a land. But I learned after that the kind of the entire idea of the deck is to be able to have all 4 Viziers for the combo. That's like the primary goal of the deck. So never, ever, ever cast a Vizier is my rule. And we'll just bring in Magma Sprays, I think. Oh, sorry about that, Bartok. Oh, not... Well, alright. Oh, this is risky. We're going to try it. So we get to attune for a land, and that gets us to Servant. And if Servant lives, then we can cast Rogue Refiner. The problem here is if Servant dies, we might just never cast another spell. Yeah, thanks. Against Odds was super fun. It was a blessing in disguise. I was disappointed when Glorious End was bugged. Like, that was pretty disappointing. But it worked out in the end, because we got to play a super sweet deck. Winding, Constrictor, untap land? No deal. Well, that's Rogue Refiner. Draw a card. Play our Shelter Thicket, pass the turn. Well, hopefully our opponent doesn't have Walking Ballista. What's the win condition for Glorious End? Well, we're going to be playing it next week, so I don't want to give too much away. It's going to be the next Against the Odds deck, but it was a Planeswalker / Gideon focus deck. I think our opponent has a blossoming defense. Maybe not, though. Welcome to the Fishbowl, Vile Shrew, 6 months in a row. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Did I miss one before that? No, I don't think so. Glorious End was triggering every end step over and over and over again. So it should be that... Oh, boy. Oh, we get so blown out by Blossoming Defense. Alright, no Blossoming Defense. Whew, dodge the bullet. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, if it was better to plus and Harness Lightning. But we still get pretty blown out if we do it that way. Well, let's just keep playing Chandra's, I guess. Actually, Gearhulk make an 8-8. Yeah, I guess we can still kill it with Chandra, so this is fine. Play another Chandra. Since we're drawing so many Chandras, we might as well do something with them. Hit our opponent for 2. Spire Bluff, go. Oh, I missed you! Soft Hack! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. I gotta write like an angry letter to Twitch or something. Because I never miss them when they pop up on the screen. But when they don't pop up on the screen half the time now, it's really hard. Sometimes the chat just moves fast and I don't even see them. There's our bounty, but I think we gotta kill Gearhulk. Yeah, I think Gearhulk is the best plan here. So take up Chandra. 4 mana. Oh, it's always sad to not play a bounty when we have it, because bounty seems so sweet, but getting rid of Gearhulk is more important. Feels like we're in pretty good shape. Chandra is actually getting pretty close to ultimating. We know our opponent is playing Never to Return, so they could have a removal spell, but... Another Gearhulk. Yeah, now we can maybe kill our opponent. Magma Spray. Insult lets us hit for 14. I guess we just do that. So cast Insult. Take down Chandra, doubles the damage, kills the Gearhulk. Insult is so ridiculous. Attack for a casual 14. I'm telling you, Insult is just such a ridiculous card. It really is a ridiculous Magic card. Yeah, definitely mess around with Insult. It is very powerful. I think it looks sort of like a Furnace of Wrath or something, but the fact that it comes as a surprise is so strong. Yeah, our opponent's trying to fight the good fight, but it's not gonna work. We have them dead in any number of ways. I think we just double Chandra kill them. That's kind of fun. So take up Chandra. No cast. Cast to Chandra. We have a new subscriber. Actually, 3 months in a row. Soft Tackle. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Hey, just try chat suggestion to refresh the page and click my share my anniversary option at the top of the chat. Sweet. Go Kithkin. Well, thank you for the subscription. Resubscription, Soft Tackle. Am I playing Insult because I anticipate Fogs? No, I'm playing it because I actually think the card's good. And it was already in this deck. I didn't build this deck from scratch. So I'm playing it because of that. But it doesn't hurt that it's good against Fogs. I think a Fog deck could be an outside, a sleeper pick for the Pro Tour. I think it's possible. Yeah, they do stack as well. Like, you can do some really crazy things with two of them, where almost anything is just lethal. It's like Anointed Procession, but for damage instead of tokens. You do not wish Wizards would unban Cloud Post. I mean, you might wish it, but that's not a wise wish. Oh boy, it's like Tron on steroids. If you've never, oh man. I mean, I guess if you love Tron, maybe you would like it, but the Radicone, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoop cheer for our new subscriber. Thank you, everyone, for all the support. Cloud Post is ridiculous. Is this deck good for an SCG? Well, if 5-0'd a league, and right now we're 1-0 in our league, so possibly. I think it has a chance at least. I don't know. We'll see as we play some more games with it. Oh, man. We're going to keep this on the hope of Bounty being good. Ballbags, 4 months in a row. Love the work you do for the MTG community. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you. And thank you for your subscription. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Yeah, the thing, Modern doesn't even have stuff to fight against it. Oh, there's removal? Well, Spire Bluff and Servant. Probably just should not have kept this hand. That's true. We don't get hated out by the artifact hate with Bounty. Yeah, the GOAT magic of that is actually a pretty good reason why Cloud Post would not be fun in Modern. Opponent gets in with the Constrictor. Drawing a removal spell would be A-okay. Well, there's the Ballista. Well, I think this is going to end badly, but play Bounty. At this point, I think our best bet is to somehow cast an Ulamog. We're not, like, that far away, considering we have Bounty, but this is going to get out of control really quick. We've been... Oh, no! And there goes our Ulamog. We've been getting over 1,000 for a while now. And a good night now, we get 1,500-ish. I think the best we've gotten is, like, 1,700, 1,800 sometimes. But, yeah, you all are awesome. It's definitely super sweet. And the stream is growing a ton, which is amazing. So, that's all on all of you. Well, I mean, we got to do what we got to do. Play Tireless Tracker. Play an Ether Hub. Get a clue. Pass the turn. Hope for the best. Things can just go so wrong with this Walking Ballista. Awesome, dude. Yeah, I sent you a message back on Magic Online a few minutes ago. Opponent has Grasp of Darkness. Well, at least they're not casting more stuff. But we really need to draw something. Like Chandra? Another Servant. Land. Well, we get to cycle Sheltered Thicket. Oh, boy. That's not good. Play Servant. I don't even know if we... I don't know if we have any basics left in our deck. Oh, this is brutal. Play Servant. Get some energy. We might have like a forest left. Get a forest. Oh, this hand. Play the forest. Pass the turn. We have a new subscriber, Imaginary Colors. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. We have 21 lands in this deck, plus 4 Attune with Ether, but we're actually pretty low on... pretty light on lands. So we should stop drawing them and start drawing action. We gotta hope our opponent doesn't draw lands. Our basics do look good, and we have lots of them of every color. Reaper Fear and MWM Deadpool 23. Welcome to the Fishbowl, and back to the Fishbowl in the case of MWM. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here. There's the land for our new subscriber. Well, we're going to double block Ballista. And then hope we draw something. Hope we draw something on off of our bounty. "12 Post is so much better than Tron. There's not even really a comparison there. Hey, what's up, Pretty Pangolin? Good to see ya. We just gotta get this. We gotta do anything we can to get this off the battlefield, or it's just gonna beat us. Alright, gonna beat us anyway. Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know why our opponent just didn't put a counter on it. That was a interesting choice. Well, come on, bounty. Rogue Refiner. Alright, and that's not bad. So let's Rogue Refiner. Those were pretty good draws. Rogue Refiner draws us another card. Reaper Fear. Now it's showing up on the stream. It should show up on the stream. Twitch has been really goofy with it lately. And La Miseravi, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscribers. More lands. Just keeps coming. Actually, what do we do? Yeah, let's just, let's just kill Constrictor. Safest to do it now. Our opponent's missing land drops, so hopefully they don't have the ability to make a clue anyway. The subs are like popping up late or something. It's very odd. Alright, kills Rogue Refiner. Plays a Sylvan Advocate. John 9078, 7 months in a row. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your resubscription. Big scoops cheer for our resubscriber. We need to draw here, deck. Chandra's not bad. Problem is it's just gonna die. But maybe that's fine to kill Tireless Tracker. Yeah, we're just gonna cast it. Whatever. I think that's what we gotta do. So Chandra, kill Tireless Tracker. Or we could plus and hope we hit something. That's so greedy. I have not played the Eternal card game. I would like to, but I haven't yet. How many lands are even left in our deck? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 11 lands left in our deck. There's a lot of good things we could hit with Chandra. We could just hit a removal spell. Alright, we'll be greedy. Well, getting more lands out of our deck. Holy. That was an Ether Hub. Oh, geez, that's brutal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 out of 21. Yeah, the red mana situation would have been bad, but I don't know. I think that was still fine. Opponent's going to kill Chandra now. At least we... Or hit us. Oh, we're down to 2. And a tracker. Well, we got to draw good or we're just dead. Whirler Virtuoso can help. Ah, more lands! So many lands. Opponent's got 1 card in hand. It's likely a Verdurous Gearhulk. Now what? So we can kill something Virtuoso. I mean, Virtuoso should be able to keep us alive almost no matter what. We're dead to Walking Ballista at any point, and we can't really do anything about that. Alright, we'll take up. Harness Lightning's reasonable. So we'll kill a Tireless Tracker. And play Whirler. Tapping incorrectly. So play Whirler Virtuoso to stay alive. We get another extra draw with Chandra. Hope our opponent doesn't draw Ballista, which would just ruin our day. Play Spire Bluff, pass the turn. I think people are buying Sphinx because of the new Perspectives deck and also because it's pretty good in control decks and will probably be played at the Pro Tour. Check out this modern budget Kithkin Tribal. Ooh. Looks pretty reasonable curve. Kithkin used to be good at one point. Kithkin, one of the only tribes in Modern that have a true 2-mana lord. It's like Lord of Atlantis for Kithkin. No Island Walk, but it looks like you could win some games with that. Well, let's see what our opponent does. Passes. Well, let's make a Thopter. We're going to have a ton of mana. So hopefully we draw something to do with it. Magma Spray is actually pretty good. We get to take up Chandra. Are we going to come back into this game? Seriously? Even more lands. Magma Spray the Tracker. Play yet another land. Oh, we just got to kill our opponent before they find... We got to kill our opponent before we find a... Before they find a Ballista, mainly. We'll get in with Aethopter. We get to Ultimate Chandra next turn, which could... Oh, there's the mana. So here comes Gearhulk. Yep, there's Gearhulk. So now we got to survive Gearhulk. Oh, man, this is getting super close. Well, now it depends. We got to not die to Gearhulk. So we'll see what we draw. Hopefully we're done drawing lands for a while. We just don't have many in our deck. We even gotten a tune out of our deck, so hopefully we just don't draw lands. I guess Sliver is also due. There's a few tribes that have 2-mana lords, but a lot of 3-mana lords. I'm trying to build a deck that is adjacent to Grixis Delver in Standard using Bone Picker. Cut to Ribbons, Ruinous Path. Oh, that looks pretty Delver-like. I know it's not very budget-friendly, but one of the easiest ways to turn on Bone Picker is to use Walking Ballista, actually. Alright, opponent pumps up the Advocate. Oh, this is going to be close. Goes attacking. We do get an extra draw off of our bounty. So, chump with our Thopter. Oh, we got to draw good here. We got to draw good here, at least, like, reasonably. Another bounty. And Whirler. Play a Forest. I think we got an Ultimate Chandra. I think we got to ultimate Chandra and kill the Gear Hulk with our spells. So, ultimate Chandra. Play a bounty. Hit the Gear Hulk. Play Whirler, number 2, hit the Gear Hulk. Now we have bounties running back and forth next to each other. Gets us some more energy for making Thopters. So get in with a Thopter. Jeez, we got to do it before they draw the Ballista. That's what this is all about. If they draw the Ballista, then we lose. Any time from now for forever, if they draw Ballista, we're dead. I guess Collective Brutality also gets us at 2. And they drew. Oh, alright, Gear Hulk. Well, we're not just dead to a Gear Hulk. We get an extra draw. We don't have any lands in our deck. We might be... If we went face there, we just die, though, is the issue. There's Advocate, so make a Thopter. Actually, maybe... Yeah, we'll just block with a Thopter. Block with a Thopter. Come on, Bounty! Give us some good drawing. Oh! Ulamog! Wow! We got it! We got it! We drew the Ulamog and the Bounty from the other one. Oh, man, the combo of 2 bounties. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. Ulamog. The Ceaseless Hunger. Get both creatures. Hit our opponent. Down to 9. Oh, we win! We win! Oh, play a Tireless Tracker. Hit our opponent. Bounty. And y'all thought that Aetherworks Marvel was better than Bounty. Aetherworks Marvel wouldn't have done that for us, now would it? Oh, sweet. Oh, yes. Well, so far so good. Well, our opponent's dead before they even get a chance to draw Ballista. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Well, I like this deck. I like this deck so far. So far, we're up to 2-0 on the quest for the chest. So, all right, we haven't done an ad yet. Quick 30-second break. We'll be right back with round number 3. All right, we're back. So hopefully we're going to be able to play Momir tonight. We'll see how quickly we get done. So the deck Delusional Crop, we're playing basically like value energy stuff in the beginning of the game. So we got some ramp and servants with channeler initiates, attune with ether, good 3-drops for value, no real big energy payoffs other than harness lightning, glory bringers, and then we use bounty of the Luxa to ramp into our Ulamogs and world breakers, also to draw a ton of cards and Chandras. So kind of a rug value deck with a little bit of ramping thanks to bounty of the Luxa just being super sweet. Alright, we get to play first, and hey, we got a bounty and a servant, and double tireless tracker. Well, we're like a land away from this hand being super good. Sanctum, go. Suggest me a standard deck to buy. I like Sultai and Control, but I like inventive decks. Well, Sultai and Control is an actual thing. Like Sultai Delirium, Sultai Control, Sultai Aetherworks Marvel. Yeah, I mean, it is a payoff, but we're not playing like Aetherworks Marvel or anything. Alright, Mardu vehicles, white humans, something along those lines. Let's see how this matchup goes. This is going to be a little different than the last one. A little more aggressive. Oh boy. Come on, land. Land for our bounty. Can't reap the bounty until we get to 4 mana. Yeah, so I would look that direction if those are the things you like. Yeah, Sultai Delirium Control is pretty good. So we'll just lead on the servant, pass the turn. We don't have the friend shirt yet. I wouldn't be surprised if we actually had a friend shirt eventually, because it seems like a too perfect of an idea to pass up. Don't kill our servant. Anything but that. Ugh. Well, anything but that or Heart of Kirin. Well, now we're just hoping we draw land. Untap land so we can bounty. Land? Well, that was less than ideal. Attune is basically a tap land, is the easiest way to look at it. So we'll grab a mountain. We'll play the mountain, play a tireless tracker, and pass the turn. Do you think mono green counter stack is a thing in standard? If it is, can you give any suggestions on how it should be built? Nissa's and Verdurous Gearhulks are the two biggest payoffs, I think, for being mono green counters. So those, I mean, if you're not worried about budget considerations, those are two of the most powerful counter cards in mono green. But I think you could make mono green counters work. We also did a mono green budget deck a while ago, so that might give you some ideas as well. Pummeler. If I was playing the Pro Tour tomorrow, what would I play? I would probably... Oh, geez. What would I play? That's a good question. Ooh, that's a interesting draw. Well, I think we just have to get our bounty down since we're not drawing anything. Little risky, not in love with this line, but I think it's what we got to do. Pass the turn, play defense. Hope we don't take too much damage. Next turn we can kill Dissenter's Deliverance. Insult to injury just lets us win out of nowhere. New perspectives would be on the list. I would worry about all the pros playing control, though, and having that be an issue. So that would be one of my big concerns. Are we going to have to block a Pummeler here? That does not feel good. Opponent gets in. I think we have to. Oh, that's brutal. But we do what we got to do. Down to 11. Hopefully there's not a good follow-up. Naz Smith, 5 months in a row. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Big scoops cheer for our re-subscriber. Land? Alright, there's a land. Well, let's pass the turn. Leave up Harness Lightning and Dissenter's Deliverance? That could work. Opponent sacks their clue. Hopefully they don't Gideon. Standard grab and grow deck? I'm not sure what that is. Tap land, Thraben Inspector. Yep. It is nice that the first bounty makes it very easy to cast the second one. Will Mono Black Zombies have success at the Pro Tour? I think the deck is really good. My question is if the pros will play it. Jäger, 7 months in a row. This deck looks spicy. Awesome stream as always. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you for the resubscription. Definitely appreciate it. Big scoops cheer for our resubscriber. Gets in with Scrap Heap. No red mana. Well, let's just harness Lightning Scrap Heap. That actually keeps it off the table for 2 turns. Since our opponent doesn't have the black mana. We take 1. Opponent passes. We get a land, get even more mana. So I think we have to... Can we do everything? So play Bounty. Actually, play Tireless Tracker. Play Forest, get a clue. Play Bounty number 2, pass the turn. Coker MTG, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. So we're basically like a rug color energy deck that is kind of looking to value the opponent out of the game, draw a bunch of cards with Bounty of the Luxa, and we can occasionally just Ulamog people for no real reason other than we can make a bunch of mana with Bounty. There's Scrap Heap coming back. There's the Heart of Kirin. And Unlicensed Disintegration. Ugh. Alright, down to 7. That's not ideal by any stretch. Opponent attacks with everything. So, block Thraben Inspector. Deliverance, the Heart of Kirin. Virtuoso is good. That would be a card that we would like to draw here off of our bounties. Land. Tracker. Rogue Refiner. Well, play Rogue Refiner. See what we draw. Oh, that would have been so good earlier. Oh, we're probably dead here. Play Tireless Tracker. Play Sheltered Thicket. Pass the turn. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we were just dead right now. This is match... You got it? You got a Disintegration? Yep. This is match 3, game 1 we just lost. Oh, we were actually close. And that's the power of Insult in this deck is if our opponent couldn't kill us here, say they didn't have a removal spell and our plan was, I don't know, attack with Needle Spires or something, we could have stayed alive, and with the combination of ramping with our bounties and Glorybringers and Insult, we would have been able to potentially just kill our opponent from 20 next turn. It was going to be really close. Alright, Mardu, annoying as heck vehicles. What do we want against this deck? Magma Sprays certainly come in. Having creatures against Mardu kind of sucks because of Unlicensed Disintegration. Yeah, I mean, they're necessary, but they do sometimes have a downside. Is this Seth, probably better known as Rudy from Alpha Investments? Definitely not better known as Rudy from Alpha Investments. But it is Seth, probably better known as something. I just don't know what we take out for... I don't know what we take out to bring in Censors. Censor is a very odd sideboard card to me. I don't really understand the Censor sideboard plan. I mean, when you go down Insult to Injury, probably go down like an Ulamog and just be sort of a, I don't know. You can probably go down Channeler Initiate as well, if we need to. Maybe go down one Ulamog. That gives us a couple more slots. We could bring in Sky Sovereign. Ulamog is just kind of expensive in this matchup, I think. We'll see. I think something like this might be best. Bring in the World Breaker over the Ulamog, get in the Sky Sovereign, go down the Insults, bring in Magma Sprays. That looks pretty reasonable. Yeah, I don't really understand why Censor is in the sideboard of this deck. Is Glorybringer better than Gearhulk at 5 mana? In this deck, quite possibly. We're not really built to abuse the counter synergy, and we don't have that many creatures. So I think in this deck, it very well could just be better. We get to play first. And we have had some very awkward hands. We're going to have to mulligan this. Unfortunately, we don't have green mana. If we had green mana, we could probably keep it. Well, we can start doing stuff on turn 3, hopefully. Well, we got to try it. Alright, we'll keep Sheltered Thicket. So we should be able to start playing stuff on 3. And then maybe get to Chandra on 4. Just about every deck wants Ballista, I think. Ballista is just good essentially all the time. I mean, there's some decks that don't want it, but so many decks want it. Opponents playing their stuff. Scrappy Scrounger. Well, Forest, and let's just get down our Rogue Refiner. Wouldn't mind drawing into a World Breaker to play off this bounty. That would be pretty sweet. Mountain for our opponent. Think we got to take the Scrappy Pit here. Doesn't feel good, but I think that's what we got to do. See what our opponent plays. Cultivator's Caravan. Interesting. This is like a heavy vehicles deck. Well, let's just... I guess we can just play Bounty. Oh, it's so risky. If they just Gideon, do we die? I mean, kind of. This deck, I think at 5-0 to League, I'm pretty sure is how we came across it on Magic Online. Chandra kill Scrap Heap? Is that what you're thinking? The other downside of Chandra is if we tick it down, it dies to Unlicensed Disintegration. And if we tick it up, it dies to Unlicensed Disintegration with Cultivator's Caravan. It dies to everything. But we got to play a 4-drop here. Well, you're not really trading with Scrap Heap because it doesn't really die. You're just kind of like sort of giving up a creature to gain 3 life, I guess. Yeah, I think we're just going to Bounty. I'd like to get up a little more defense before we play Chandra. Next turn, we can Tracker and Servant, which is not bad. And hopefully, if we can draw into like Magma Sprays and stuff, things will be really good. I think Tracker's better next turn. Here's Gideon. Yup, there it is. Well, that was a thing that we knew could happen. Makes a 2-2. Cruise up Cultivator's Caravan. Take a million. Well, come on, Bounty. Yeah, I feel like we're going to lose here. Whirler Virtuoso isn't a bad draw. Neither is Druid's Deliverance. So we can hit Gideon to 1 but not kill it? And that would require harnessing the Night token? Yeah, the original rotation plan would have worked well with Gideon. Yep. Alright, make a clue. Play a Tracker. Ah, Gideon's so good. Oh no. Oh no. Ah, Unlicensed Disintegration, so powerful. And here comes Gideon. Things are going from bad to way worse. Now we're to the, like, chump Gideon point of the game. They're not even going to fire up the caravan. Oh, my God. I guess we kill Scrap Heap Scrounger. Oh, this is not ideal by any stretch. Yep. Alright. Well, let's see what we draw. Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't crew Caravan there. Seems like a pretty obvious choice, unless they have like a negate or something. Maybe they have a spell that they want to use. So let's see. 1 red. Play Chandra. Make mana with Chandra. Play Servant of the Conduit. Get some energy. Play Whirler. Alright, well, we put some bodies up, so we're not just dead here. Might as well play the land, I guess. Pass the turn. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a reason, unless our opponent's holding some sort of removal, which it looks like they are. Kills our Servant. Yep. Yeah, so, I mean, I guess they had a play, so I don't think they were just ghosting. They had a play, and I don't know what mana up would matter there, because the removal we would have would probably kill it if it was a creature. It's not like we have Emulating Glare or something. Sort of stabilizing-ish. I mean, we have a Chandra. We can make some tokens to not die. We get to draw extra cards. I mean, we're definitely not ahead, but we're not just dead here. Have I played Magic Duel single-player campaigns? Magic Duel's single-player campaigns. I went over all of them the last couple days. Thought they were pretty fun. I have not recently. I played Magic Duels a long time ago, like years ago, but I have not played Magic Duels at all recently. Here comes the dorks. We're just going to do some Thopter chumping. And hope that Bounty draws us into some good stuff. So chump and chump. So we do get to draw a bunch of extra cards, which is helpful. Hopefully. Another Whirler. And a Mountain. So we can make one Thopter right now. We can kill the Knight. Attack Gideon for 2. That doesn't feel great. We can kill the Motorist. Yeah, I don't know what we're hoping to draw into with the clue. I guess we could draw World Breaker. Or Spire Bluff. Well, play another Whirler. The question is mostly what we do with Chandra. And I think we just have to... Oh man, this is not good. I think we gotta kill something. Bounty's on mana mode next turn, so I guess we're hoping we live and draw Ulamog, World Breaker, something along those lines. I don't think we're gonna get Chandra to ultimate. We were quite a ways from ultimating. I don't think the game's likely to go that long. And our opponent drew another Motorist, which is unfortunate. It had potential to make it really hard for our opponent to crew, which would have been good. Are the subs not popping up again? Officer Cynical and Argon Platypus, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. Big scoops here for our new subscriber, and Turkey Muffinkin PS, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheers for all of our new subscribers. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Omega Thopter. Chump, chump. Infinite chumping. We're running out of chump blockers, though. And this is on mana mode. There's a Hardicurin. Well, there's Dissenter's Deliverance. Well, let's take up Chandra, see what we hit. Glorybringer's kind of a card. Glorybringer. Can we even attack with it? I don't even know if we can. Do we really just have to play defense with Glorybringer? It should be that they pop up. Some of them pop up. I don't know. I don't know. I'm assuming it's a Twitch bug. Filthy Casual. I mean, we attack, we kill Veteran Motorist. We're dead to everything. Opponent can crew. The creatures we kill aren't even that good. And we lose Glorybringer for next turn. We already plus Chandra and got the Glorybringer. Son's 1 year old and already watching the stream. Well, welcome 1 year old. Hell Evan Venture. The son or daughter of, or son of Helen Venture. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I think we got to play defense. I think we just got to play defense and hope we live. Hope we draw into... We still have Ulamog as a draw. But I don't think attacking and killing Veteran Motorist. I think we need to be able to chump something bigger. We can kill the Heart of Kieran. We're definitely in a precarious state because Scrap Heap gets to come back. Which might mean we're dead through all of this. I think. So we can block, kill, but then we're dead to Shambling Vent. So I'm pretty sure we're still just dead. I don't think killing Heart of Kieran now does anything. I mean, we didn't have a way to kill, yeah. Okay. I'm all on board with, oh, and our opponent top decked removal. Now we're double dead. Yep, good game, good game. I mean, killing Gideon would be awesome, but we never had an opportunity to kill Gideon. That would have been sweet. I mean, Gideon is very good and pretty much the card that won our opponent that game. So strong. Yeah, I mean... We would have lost just the same if we attacked. I think we were dead if we attacked, too. We could have chumped Scrounger turn 3. Yeah, I mean... Ah, jeez, that is such a tough sell. Maybe. It's just so hard to throw away a actual creature for a Bloodghast. Alright, on to round 4. We're still 2-1. Deck is still sweet. Did not go well that round against Mardu, but we also mulliganed a bit. Alright. We don't have a bounty, but we have a decent amount of ramp. Ooh, is this blue-red control? Well, there's an Ulamog. Sanctum, go. Well, Glorybringer can attack Gideon. So we could have attacked Gideon for 4 with Glorybringer. But... yeah, it wouldn't have... it couldn't deal its damage to Gideon. Only deals its damage to creatures. Hey, see you, Tracy King. Have a fun draft. Pass the turn. There's removal spell number 1. Oh. Huh. Is this a Drake Haven deck? What is this? Well, play Ether Hub. And let's just play Servant. I'm not going to play into Censor. Playing into Censor seems not worth it if we can avoid it. This is not a Marvel deck, Blusterbutts. We're playing Bounty of the Luxa. Opponent anticipates. Oh, we're up against blue-red control of some kind. Could be like a Dynavolt Tower deck. Could just be a Torrential Gearhulk deck. Could be something we don't know, like Prowess or something even. Kind of looking very burn heavy. But at least we're not getting censored. That counts as a win. Since we want to play around Censor, let's just Ether Hub and Rogue Refiner. Next turn, we'll Tireless Tracker and be able to play a land. We draw a Servant, pass the turn. Yeah, it could be Alchemist, Fevered Visions, all kinds of possibilities. The cards they've played so far doesn't really look like straight blue-red tower control. It could be, but it doesn't necessarily suggest that. They are aggressively going after our creatures for some reason. There's Enigma Drake. Alright. Well, that's a good thing to harness lightning. So let's Tireless Tracker. Play the forest, get a clue, and we're just gonna get rid of this Drake right now before something can go wrong. Interesting. I have not seen this deck. I've been messing around trying to build a blue-red control deck, or blue-red prowess type deck. Insult to Injury is pretty sweet. Cryptic Serpent. That's big. Cycles. Draws another Incendiary Flow. Well, at least they're running out of them. Play Servant. Gives them energy. Unfortunately, we're kinda at risk of just dying to Cryptic Serpent now. Geez, our opponent has drawn a lot of removal spells. Take inventory. Oh, man. This is probably the nut draw for this deck, I would assume. I haven't seen this deck be even close to good. Oh, man. Well, that's good. Let's play an Ether Hub. Definitely on board with World Breaker. That gives us something that can block our opponent's stuff and should be hard to actually kill for our opponent's deck. And we're slowly creeping towards this Ulamog. World Breaker's pretty good too. Yeah, we can pay for Censor with Servant if we have to. Yeah, they changed the rotation schedule, so we still have Battle for Zendikar. Never leaving. Never ever. We just have it for infinity and beyond. Well, that's our opponent got. They could have Commit to Memory, I guess. Although that seems to work opposite of keeping stuff in your graveyard. Another Take Inventory. Does our opponent play lands in this deck or what? Well, if we just get this Ulamog down, we should still be fine. It would be nice to draw something we can play next turn. Elder Deep Fiend for this deck? No, I haven't. Well, play Sanctum, pass the turn. See what happens. Hopefully our stuff keeps living and we keep living. Opponent cycles. It's all about this Ulamog at this point. Opponent has 7 cards in hand. They gotta be a lot of lands. There's no way they can just draw... Alright, Illumination. They gotta have a ton of lands in hand, because they haven't cast many lands. Man, we're so close to just Ulamogging and winning through... Our opponent's drawn so many cards and filled their graveyard so much. But if we just Ulamog, we should just win. I got White Like Aristocrats in Modern for my birthday. Yeah, that deck is super sweet. Ooh, another Cryptic Sermon. Alright, well... Well then, opponent. Alright. That was the most awkward match. Our opponent did so much more than we did, but we did the one thing that mattered, and that is cast an Ulamog and our opponent scoops it up. We didn't do anything. We just took in and played lands for 10 turns essentially, and our opponent scooped to Ulamog. Wow, alright, so what do we have to fight this? This is not something I was prepared for. Casting lands, playing lands. Y'all are a little picky. Cast headland. Right. So what are we doing? What are we sideboarding against this deck? Yes, okay. I will cast more lands, I promise. I guess that's true. I did cast a lot of creatures that died to removal. Yeah, I don't even know. Maybe negate? It's very odd. None of their creatures seem to die to magma spray. We don't have any way of killing the or dealing with the graveyard. Argue him down about casting lands from Gonti? Yeah, I don't think that works. I don't know what the censor matchup is for this deck. Negate doesn't counter creatures. I could imagine Confiscation Coup being good. Can steal one of their big things. The converted mana cost is so high, though. Maybe a World Breaker. Sky Sovereign doesn't kill anything. Magma's... Alright, I guess we're just going to try it again. I don't think any of our sideboards really do anything. Sideboard cards really do anything against it. Well, it's the bounty hand, and we get to cycle this Dissenter's Deliverance. Alright, let's cast some bounties, see what happens. Harness Lightning's not bad. So, Sanctum go. Question's going to be, can we actually resolve bounties? Cycle Deliverance. Any interest in a new Fog style deck, or do you think Energy Fog died with Amonkhet? Yeah, I think that we'll play another Fog style deck. I think that a Fog style deck could be really good with the new Fog, Haze of Pollen. We played like the blue-green ramp deck, which is kind of Fog influence. It's not Turbo Fog in the way our Budget Magic deck was, but it is very foggy. What would you put in for mono green Stompy? Probably Verdurous Gear Hulks, maybe the snake leopard thing, whatever that is, Prowling Sepperpard. Insult to Injury. I really don't want to get censored. It's so bad. Play Sheltered Thicket. Pass the turn. Gear Hulks are very good in Stompy. Channeler Initiate could be a good option in a Stompy deck. Opponent anticipates. Emulating. What about the sideboard? Artifact Destruction probably is at the top of the list, I would say. Well, let's start removing counters to grow this thing out of removal range. I'll play an island, and now we're going to cast something. They could very well counter it, but we're going to try it. Play a bounty of the Luxa. Our opponent probably thinks we're an Aetherworks Marvel deck, which probably means they brought in negates and they can counter our bounty if they want to. But maybe they'll think we have Aetherworks Marvels and let bounty resolve because they don't realize that we're playing this instead of Marvel. Sweet. Working. Next leveled our opponent there. Or maybe they just don't have a counter at all and we're talking ourselves in circles for no reason. So many possibilities. Crocodile of the Crossing could work. So our opponent have the Serpent? They do. We don't actually have the ability to kill that yet. Oh, now we do. Bounty gets us a Sanctum. Well, let's attune. Mostly to get some energy. Grab a mountain. And then we'll Harness Lightning the Serpent. Play Sanctum. And pass the turn. You gotta... Can you really not care about bounty? Does it look that bad? Is this the kind of card that you see it and you're like, eh, that doesn't do anything? It's so sweet, and it draws us cards. And our opponent scoops it up. Ooh. Well, we're on to 3-1, which means two things. The early scoop means we're very likely to get in a game of Momir to wrap things up tonight. Also means we're going to have a chest. We get to run it back with another chance at opening a good treasure chest for once. So hopefully we actually get something sweet this time. But all right, let's do our second commercial break of the night. 30 seconds. We'll do round 5. Wrap things up with a game of Momir after opening at least one and maybe more treasure chests. All right, we're back. Is this better or worse than the ramp deck? The green-blue ramp deck was super sweet. I still think that's one of my favorite decks I've played so far in Amonkhet. So I'm gonna stick with that, I think. But this deck has seemed pretty reasonable. It seemed pretty solid. So I think it's good. All right, let's see if we can close this out with the 4-1, which would get us what, 4 treasure chests. Opponent's going to 5. 4? One more? Opponent has a swamp. We might be playing zombies. I don't know how the zombie matchup goes. Well, let's just forest and a tune. Grab a forest. Pass the turn. This hand looks reasonable. Triffy, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. 3 months in a row. Big Scoops cheer for our resubscriber says, thanks for tirelessly making amazing content. Well, you're welcome, and thank you so much for the subscription. Definitely appreciate it. Well, let's just attune with, again, get an island. Play a Spire Bluff, pass the turn. Opponent missing their land drops, not ideal. We mostly just been bountying people. It's been pretty solid, actually. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, one more win. Let's assume this is zombies. I'm gonna make that guess. We could get severely punished and find out it's not zombies at all and it's like black-white control. But let's pretend that they're on zombies. Bring in magma sprays. Bring in a world breaker. Go down the artifact destruction. Go down an insult and a channeler initiate. Try it like that. The Hedron Crab, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big Scoops here for our new subscriber. What's the favorite deck I've ever played? Probably going to stick with Freewind Red. I usually give that answer, and I don't think I've topped it yet. But out of the decks we've like made and played on series, I think also like the Panharmonicon decks, probably 5-color Panharmonicons also on the list somewhere. Yeah, did I miss one? I saw one in the chat. Twitch is having some sort of issue where subs are only sometimes showing up. So I'm trying to watch the chat and make sure that I catch them as much as I can. But yeah, Twitch has been having issues with this lately. I'll have to look into it maybe over the weekend while I'm watching the Pro Tour. Oh, Pro Tour is going to be so sweet. It's going to be such a sweet weekend. Good format, good time zone. Everything about this Pro Tour is super exciting. New perspectives. Yeah, New Perspectives was awesome. It was super fun. That's one of the sweetest decks. Probably the sweetest deck. Well, Blue-Green Ramp was really sweet, but I don't know. One of the sweetest decks from Amonkhet Standard, that's for sure, that I've played. Well, we're going to have to mulligan this one. Alright, this is sketchy, but actually it's not bad. We have a tune, so it's actually pretty fine. A tune into Servant, into Rogue Refiner. Jeez, what is our opponent playing? Oh, I feel bad for our opponent. They're just mulliganing into Oblivion every single game. Worldbreaker will go to the bottom for now. Oh, they're green-black. Okay. Well, this sideboarding plan's probably still fine-ish. Ether Hub, getting energy, a tune for a mountain. Pass the turn. Mono White Soul Sisters. Yeah, Soul Sisters isn't bad. A Walking Ballista, X1. I think we're just going to Servant here. Next turn, we can maybe Rogue Refiner and Magma Spray. And we're getting pretty close to Glory Bringer, which hopefully will bring a glorious end to this match. Tap land for our opponent. Another Walking Ballista. Ooh, it's a Chandra. Well, play an island. Play another... Let's play another Servant, actually. Another Servant lets us Glorybringer next turn, potentially. And we can still Magma Spray something this turn. Pass the turn. Oh, Mono Green Aurora was super sweet, too. Yeah, that one was really fun. Wow, that was a long time ago. I kind of forgot about that one. Ether Hub for our opponent. And Siphoner, sure. Let's kill a Ballista. Opponent pings us down to 19. Glorybringer dies to Grasp here. I think we're going to go for it. If our opponent's very last card is Grasp, then they got us, sort of. I mean, we're still in okay shape, but it would be good. Play Sanctum. Attack and Exert. Yup, no Grasp. Kill the Siphoner so our opponent can't draw cards. So now our opponent really needs land Walking Ballista, I think, is their main hope. Or land Gearhulk, rather. Not Ballista. Gearhulk to put the counters on the Ballista. Yes, we're going to be playing Glorious End for Against the Odds next week. They fixed it, finally. Opponent puts another counter on it. Well, they're going to be sad when we play this Chandra. Actually, we don't even have to. We can just Magma Spray. Gonna kill one of our servants. So let's tap it for mana. And now we'll play Chandra. Yeah, I feel like we pretty much got this. Even if our opponent has a Gearhulk, I think we still have it. Take up Chandra, hit our opponent, down to 14. Pass the turn. I kind of just want to close out the game now. So I kind of want the damage with Chandra here more than anything. What do I think about a blue-red control deck with Enigma Drake and Tower? I think you got to be pretty dedicated to Enigma Drake to make it work. But there could be... I think Enigma Drake has potential for sure. Actually, let's take up Chandra first. See what we hit. Take up Chandra. Yeah, that works. We'll play this Rogue Refiner. If I can tap properly. So, Rogue Refiner off Chandra. Draws us a card. Play Sheltered Thicket. Get in. Actually, no. Let's pass. Leave up Harness Lightning. Harness Lightning actually kills Gear Hulk here before it can put the counters on itself. I think Enigma Drake is actually pretty powerful. Opponent passes. Well, take up Chandra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No World Breaker today. Get in with Rogue Refiner. Play another Rogue Refiner. Spire Bluff, go. Now we get to Ultimate Chandra. And I think we're going to get the 4-1, get the treasure chest. Oh man, we need some good treasure chest luck today. Yeah, we get to punish the Gear Hulk and win the game. That's the upside of Harness Lightning being left up. Do we draw a spell? Any spell for the win? We don't even need it. Opponent scoops it up. Well, we got some chests. Twice in a row this week, so 2 streams, 2 4-1s with 2 different decks, and both of them have been pretty sweet. This stream was, yeah, compared to blue-green, it was quick, and we had a couple of quick scoops from our opponent. Good news is, that does mean we're gonna get to do a game of Momir, but I mean, first we gotta open the chest, see how the kids are eating this week. gotta feed the children. Oh man, I'm a little scared to open these chests because last time they were brutal. Oh man, they were so bad. So bad. Alright. Well, alright, we gotta wrap up the deck real quick, and then we'll open the chest. So, the deck was sweet. There is a legitimate criticism of whether this shell, which looks suspiciously like a Marvel shell, or as similar to a Marvel shell, if it's correct to play Bounty over Aetherworks Marvel in this kind of shell. And I will say that Bounty was very impressive. When the game goes long, it generates a ton of value, and whether or not it's correct in this shell, I can't really say for sure. It is possible that Marvel would just be better. That said, we did just 4-1 with this shell, with the 4 bounties, and I think Bounty has a lot of potential, even if this shell isn't the right shell for it. So I think that Bounty actually has a lot of potential. Overall, the deck feels like a pretty typical energy shell, and we know a lot of these cards are good. Servants and Virtuosos and Rogue Refiners and Trackers, so we got a lot of good cards. Insult to Injury was insane in some games. We sided it out a lot. I think there's a lot of potential here as well. So overall, I'm pretty happy with it, and definitely interested in exploring Bounty more. This is a card I really want to try in a Fog deck as well. I think if you play this and Fevered Visions and just a bunch of Fogs, you got the makings of a pretty sweet deck. So anyway, let's crack open our chest, then we will explore the Momir list. So let's see here. Alright, 4 chests to go tonight. Let's do it. Chest number 1. Fog means like the card Fog. Prevent all damage that creatures would deal, etc. Alright, 4 to go. What do we get? We got to make up for last time where our chests were absolutely horrible. Chest number 1 of 4. We get... Ooh, yes! I think that's good. Gideon Jura. I'm pretty sure this spiked because of the Gideon deck. Is it still worth anything? Let's see. That is the Rise of the Eldrazi version. Alright. 7.14 ticks. So that's a winner. That counts as a winner. Not bad. Tika4242, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Yeah, so that's a good one. Not going to complain about a Gideon. Also a Ghoulsteed and a Confront the Unknown. So off to a decent start with our chests. Chest number 2 of 4. We get 20 play points. All right. 20 play points isn't horrible. 20 play points is close to breaking even for what you could sell a chest for. Nahiri's Machinations, unplayable. 9th Bridge Patrol, pretty much unplayable. All right, halfway through our chest. 2 more to go. Come on, let's get something really crazy. We haven't opened... Oh, Ugin the Spirit Dragon. This hopefully... Oh, it might not have value on Moto. We're getting Super Friends, but there's a promo where they gave out so many of these. 5 ticks. Oh, super sweet. So we got an Ugin to go with our Gideon. We have the Planeswalker treasure chest tonight. Also, Exemplar of Strength and Strength of Arms. Not super expensive on Magic Online because they had this promo where they gave away millions of these during pre-release. But still a pretty sweet open. Definitely pretty happy with the Ugin. Well, last one. Last one. What Planeswalker will we get this time? That's a question. Oh, last chest of the night, we get... Ooh. I think Mishra's Bauble might have value. 28.96 ticks. Well, the kids are eating. The kids are... We're going to McDonald's tonight. Yes. So Bauble's like 30 ticks. Phyrexian Crusader's probably not valueless either. Phyrexian Crusader is... Oh, it's pretty valueless, but we did it. Mishra's Bauble is definitely in the top percent of the chests that we can get. So not bad. In 4 chests, Mishra's Bauble. This is also the rare triple rare chest. Mishra's Bauble, Phyrexian Crusader, and Distant Memories. Our rares were not great, but Mishra's Bauble, it's so funny. We got 2 rares and an uncommon, and it's the uncommon that makes the whole chest worth it. So Mishra's Bauble, Gideon, and an Ugin. So we opened about 40-ish ticks, I think, out of 4 chests. So, well, that makes up for our bad opening last go around. Those were some super good chests. That's about as much as we could ask for. Our first chest was a Gideon Jura. Big Gideon. Yes, the Magic Online market is super crazy. Alright, so let's pull up the Momir list. I think that we got a Pro Tour on the horizon. So tomorrow we're going to start Pro Tour time. But let's relax a bit, and if I can type this correctly. Momir list. Let's relax a bit on our way to the Pro Tour tomorrow. Kick back a little bit and play a game of Momir to wrap up the stream tonight. Would you play multiplayer Momir if they had it? I'd try it. Alright, so let's see what we got. On the top of the Momir list tonight, Mudboy87, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. At the top of the list, if any of you are here, speak up, and it's your chance to Momir it out. Starting with Scratched into Sintorum into Drake and Vulture, Mirkin.jpg, Nakin, Minkori, Fearless Joe, probably better known as Silo Murphy. Wintermaster said skip him. Living Stony, Aleros, Fried Lambs, Etika, Damnation, Vincent, Sincost. Anyone? Pro Tour should start at 9 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Jay Zoller should be able to hook you up onto the Momir list if you are interested. You playing tonight, Fearless Joe? Fearless Joe is on the list, so if Fearless Joe wants to play, the art game to prepare for the Pro Tour. Fearless Joe not playing tonight, so let's open it up. Anyone on the Momir list, I assume. Work our way down, basically. Fearless Joe said not playing tonight, so I think, unless someone else speaks up, is anyone on the Momir list down for playing? Who is this? Flingrum. Sent me a challenge and then unsent it. Aleros is going to log in. Let's see, where's Aleros? Aleros is on the list. Okay. Is Filgrim... Alright, I think it's Aleros's night. Alright, let me pull up the Momir lay. Momir is a very unique Magic Online format. So Momir, if you're new to the world of Momir, the overlay will make it make a bit more sense. Basically, your deck is all lands. You get this avatar, a Momir Vig avatar, that lets you start with 24 life, and every turn you can pay X, discard a card, and get a random creature cost of that converted mana cost. So only creatures are in this format, and the creatures you get are random, so you never know what you got to get. So it's about playing the board. It's about managing your resources. Usually you want to get up to making 8 or 9 drops, because that's where the most powerful stuff is. Alana... I don't know if Alana should be on the Momir list. Alright, it's Momir time. Good way to wrap up a sweet week of streaming. So we had some good decks this week. I'm happy with how our decks turned out. Blue-green ramp was awesome. The Marvelous Marvel deck, or Rug Bounty, was pretty sweet as well. So what's up, Mind Trick? How goes it tonight? So play a mountain, pass the turn. There's a swamp for our opponent. And makes a 2-drop. 2-drop is Port Inspector. When it becomes blocked, you can look at target player's defending player's hand. Got some good art going on, though. Alright, we will see your Port Inspector and raise you. And, ooh, Infect Kill. I don't know if I've ever infected someone in Momir. I don't think I've ever milled anyone or infected them. Well, the good news is, even though you missed the bounty matches, they will be going up on the MTG Goldfish replay YouTube. Opponent gets in with Port Inspector. Well, play the mountain. Yeah, we'll make a 3-drop. 3-drop is Dwarven Thaumaturgist. Switch a creature's power and toughness until end of turn. That could be interesting. We gotta hit like a Skitherix or something. Did we mill someone? I know we tried to get the mill and kill. There's an ill-tempered Cyclops. Opponent gets in with the Port Inspector. Okay. Well, we will block it. Yes, you get to look at our hand. Yeah, there's a blue one in Planar Chaos, right? I forget what it is. Is it a Merfolk? Is it Merfolk Thaumaturgist? And it was like an uncommon instead of a rare? Maybe it was still a rare. Alright, what do we get for 4? The King Cheetah. This recently reprinted. Actually, no. What's the Flash Leopard in Amonkhet? Is it a 3-mana 3/2? Is it just a strictly better King Cheetah? So the days of King Cheetah ruling the jungle are over. Opponent makes a 5. Hivis of the Scale. Oh man, we had some trouble with this in a previous one. It's actually kind of good. Opponent gets in. We will trade with the Cyclops. Cheetah's a jungle animal, right? Is it not? Where do cheetahs live? if not the jungle. Gristle Grinner. When a creature dies, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Could be sweet in like a casual aristocrat style deck. Not very good in Momir. Well, the savannah's in the jungle, right? The jungles of Africa. Plain, savannah, jungle, they're synonyms. Scrubland, throw that on the list. Opponent gets an essence. Oh no. I don't know. That actually might be good. I think this is actually a downgrade because it means our opponent can never get flyers. So for the rest of the game, everything they get will be a 6/6. No matter. Yeah. I guess I can start making 1-drops because they're going to be 6/6s. We get a Kayoki Sanity's Eclipse, just a 6/4. Doesn't really do anything. Pass the turn. This is Momir, the randomist format on Magic Online. Why don't they play poker in the jungle? There's too many cheetahs. See, someone else who agrees that cheetahs live in the jungle. Opponent gets an Essence of the Wild, of course. Yep. I don't even know if we want to kill it. I think we kind of like all of our opponent's stuff being Essence of the Wilds. Actually, oh man. I guess we can kill this one because now they have this Essence of the Wild. I don't know if our opponent can win with an Essence of the Wild out. Because in theory, our stuff is going to eventually be better than Essence of the Wild. With, like, abilities and so forth. Like, Borborgamos. Pretty good at locking down an Essence of the Wild. Grand Prix Momir would be super interesting. It would be super hard to do in paper. Opponent just gives up. They're going to start making 15 mana. 15 mana Essence of the Wilds. Ooh, Baron Senger. Alright, that's what we wanted. We just want flyers, because we don't want to actually kill this Essence of the Wild. We just want flyers, so we can fly over and win that way. Have you noticed Essence of the Wild is the old permeating mass? Oh, I hadn't noticed that. That's actually pretty sweet. Oh, we actually get to see what the creatures are, too. Elvish Berserker and a Parasite. Well, we'll stick at 8. Keep making some 8-drops. Hopefully hit some flyers. Filigree Angel counts as a flyer. Also gains us a bit of life thanks to Ichor Claw and Filigree itself. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we were playing standard. I can try to update it. Didn't mean to confuse anyone. Opponent's down to 19. Here comes our opponent. Well, we'll kill one and shrink one. Yeah, I don't know if I actually want to get a phage. I figure it'll happen naturally. I've never got one, but sooner or later it's just going to happen. Hey, thanks, Jay Parnold. Yeah, New Perspectives was super awesome. Ooh, opponent got a World Breaker that is the Essence of the Wild. Actually, we should just go up to 9. 9 doesn't have any bad things. We're not going to, like, accidentally bounce our own board or anything. Yeah, Raise would be insane in this format. Yeah, we did finish up 4-1 in our rug league. Rug bounty. Deck was pretty solid. It was pretty sweet. I don't foresee this plan working for our opponent. As long as we just keep the Essence of the Wild alive, I don't know how they can actually win. I didn't realize how bad Essence of the Wild would be. Oh man, Balefire Dragon. Nope, just kidding. It's actually an Essence of the Wild. Well, let's give our opponent a chance. Let's make a 7. We'll make a 7. We'll be sporting. We could hit a Phage. Or we'll hit a 26-26. Ancient Ooze. Pretty powerful. Opponent's down to 1. Yeah, Selesnya Guildmate Flicker was super sweet. Is it still worth it to make drops when you know you can win? Usually. There's not usually... You don't really want to make 8 drops because there's mass bounce that can bounce your whole board. So if you get to a position where you know you can win, the most common thing to do is just go to 9 mana, because there's nothing at 9 mana that can make you lose the game. So usually that's the right play to do when you get in that position. Ancient Ooze seems like it could be a sweet commander card if you just like big things. With Fling? Ooh. Ooze Fling? Ooze Fling seems like it could be super sweet. Alright. Well, maybe this week is just going to be the ultimate week. You're going to win Momir and 4-1 leagues? What more could we ask for? We rarely win Momir. Not never, but rarely. I think we'll keep. Lead on the mountain. Pass the turn. Play a swamp. And yeah, we'll make a 2-drop. We could hit a mana dork of some kind. Falconwrath, a Reaver, just a 2/2 for 2. Opponent makes a 2, and it's a Watchers of the Dead, hitting up the Amonkhet world. Has anyone ever mulliganed in Momir? You should never mulligan in Momir. I'm sure people have done it accidentally, just like out of habit almost. You see this all-land hand and click mulligan without even realizing it, but you shouldn't ever mulligan. Pass the turn. Giant baiting in draft was sweet. It's the Kiln Walker. 0/3 can attack as a 3/3. We get Salt Road Ambushers, 3/3, morphing, megamorphing, etc. Is there a way to play Momir in real life? Yeah. You have to make piles by converted mana cost. So, whatever. However many you can scrape up. 100 1-drops, 100 2-drops, or 1,000 1-drops. Whatever number you can find. And then basically, when you make a random thing, you just like have a deck of each converted mana cost, and then take the top card of the deck and flip it over. Just make sure they're all creatures and sorted by converted mana cost, but you can do it. Definitely a little bit more clumsy or harder compared to Magic Online, but it is possible. 5/3 Unleash. We're not going to Unleash. Let's just pass. Do I think that Gift of Paradise is better than Weirding Woods and New Perspective? That's actually a really weird question. So, ooh. Oh, I guess that just fixes mana. Okay. It's a weird question because the upside of Weirding Wood is the card is relevant. While it's easy to forget because we never actually had it come up when we played the matches, you do have to have the 7... Oh, man, we're just going to win. You do have to have the 7 cards in hand to be able to win with new perspectives. So sometimes being able to crack that clue is actually really important. On the other hand, aggro can be rough. We got to live till turn 5, turn 6, and gaining 3 life would be relevant. So I think I'd have to play test it and really get a feel for how it plays. How often are we like a card short from comboing off? So that's the tension there. Ugh, Sky Shroud Behemoth, pretty bad. Gonna fade away. Yeah, opponent needs something. Yeah, we'll just snipe it. Visara the Dreadful is pretty powerful. So, removal is so insane in Momir, because you don't have spells, so it's not like your opponent can just kill it. So you just like wipe out your opponent's entire board. Opponent gets a 6/6 flyer, which is actually good, but not super relevant here. Let's just keep making 7 drops. So we have the risk of hitting a Phage. I think that's... I think that's sporting. This is actually bad for us. Ghost of the Innocents basically halves damage to everything. So we can't actually close out this game super quickly. Does Momir use X-cost creatures? Yes, but they just would die immediately. So if you made a 0 drop, you could hit an endless one. Or if you made a 2 drop, you could get Apocalypse Hydra. But you couldn't, it doesn't pay the X cost for creatures. But any creature, oh man, our opponent got it. They actually, wow. That's one of the very few outs, but they found it. That's pretty impressive. Well, let's get in with our behemoth. And, well, we'll go back to 8 drops, because we're not guaranteed to win anymore. Although, Vampiric Dragon's pretty sweet. This is one of the reasons you want to have a lot of red mana. Momir is not a permanent, although it can be Phyrexian Revokered. But thankfully our opponent can't exile it with Ashen Rider. That would be super bad. Yeah, this has been a very removal heavy game of Momir. Usually there's like no removal in Momir. But now it's mono removal. Celestial Force is pretty decent. Since nothing's really dying. What does this say? Is it rounded down? Yeah? So I believe that this would do 0 damage. Normally it's really good, but not here. How do you determine that 8 converted mana cost is the best? There's actually like articles and stuff on... Oh my god! No! Oh, what are the chances? Oh, brutal. There's actually like Momir theory in articles, so it's not just like I didn't just come up with that one day. But when I first started playing Momir, I definitely like actually researched it and read articles and stuff. It's changed a little bit, but it's pretty widely known to be the best converted mana cost. Double Ashen Rider and a Bosch. Our opponent's killing it. Ooh, but now they whiff with... I don't even know what they hit. Naya Soul Beast. Dies on impact. So we can't even kill anything. What do we do here? Strong Badinator, 5 months in a row. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Yeah, I know Brandon Large, I believe, is the one that used to do Momir set reviews. I wish they'd do them again, or bring back Momir Leagues or something. Momir's a sweet format, and they used to have, like, daily events, which, if you're newish to Moto, is basically the equivalent of leagues for Momir. You could actually play it competitively. I mean, the basics of Momir theory. Ooh, Colossus. I mean, you can get more in depth with it, but kind of the basics of Momir is most people that really play the format try to only play mountains and swamps to avoid land walking abilities, and also because that's where you get the best activated abilities. We can even just see it on the battlefield right now. Bosch, very strong. Vampiric Dragon, very strong. Normally, with a Ghost of Innocence out, it's not, but Scourge is very strong. So that's one of the techniques. The other big choice is when you skip your drops. So if the goal is to get to 8 mana, which is how most people play, you can. Some people want to go to 9 mana. But the most common technique in Momir is to try to get to 8 mana, so you're making an 8-drop every turn. If you're on the draw, you have to skip 1 drop, which makes it simple. Because you get the extra card, so you just skip your 1 drop, because 1 drops are horrible. It's not worth it. There's so many of them. The only thing that's really good. There's a couple exceptions, but for the most part, the mana dorks are the only thing that are good at 1 mana, and there's so many, you're very unlikely to get it. So if you're on the draw, simplest thing to do is just skip your 1 drop, and then that gets you to 8 mana. On the play, you have to skip 2 drops, and then it's a little more interesting. You usually still skip your 1 drop. I usually make a 2-drop and skip my 3-drop, because 2-drop has a higher concentration of mana dorks, and you can randomly get stuff that wins you the game, like Phyrexian Revoker. Some people skip their 3-drop and their 1-drop. Other people just play risky and kind of hope that it works out and skip their 1-drop, and then just hope that along the way they draw an extra card or find a window where they happen to be able to do that. So the league went sweet. We ended up 4-1. What did we lose to? I can't even remember now. We lost to something. What do you do about Street Wraith? I mean, Street Wraith's actually very good. I mean, you can't avoid every land walk ability. So if your opponent gets a Swamp Walker, that's obviously bad. But some people, when you first play Momir, a lot of people think, "Oh, I'm just gonna play my lands of every color. I might need them for something," and that's usually a bad idea. Especially islands are the worst lands, because there's these big, like, island home creatures that can't attack unless your opponent controls an island, things like that. Oh yeah, it was vehicles we lost to. That's correct. Yeah, we had some super good chests. We actually killed it for once with the chests. Crusher. Are we getting ahead with our 8-drops? I think. Can we start attacking? I haven't even done the math. I've just kept, like, making stuff. This does nothing now, because it's being redirected to Archangel. This can do 1 damage. This can do 1 damage. If we attack, our opponent gets to start exiling stuff. Yeah, this is getting very... Ooh, Razia too. Oh my goodness. Oh, this Ghost of Innocence is making everything so weird. Our best card was a Mishra's Bauble, which is like 30 tickets almost. 28 tickets. But we also got a Gideon Jura and a Ugin, the Spirit Dragon, along with some janky stuff. Yeah, maybe it's time to just start making land drops. Actually, no. We can just sack this Ghost of Innocence. I think that works in our favor now. So sack Ghost of Innocence and... And what? I guess just Avatar of Might? Opponent can't get them back because they're tokens. We lost to Mardu, but ended up 4-1. That was our one loss, was to Mardu. I don't know if that was a smart play or not. We'll have to see. Maybe. Rarity does not have an impact on Momir. I don't think this actually saves it. It does not. These Ashen Riders are definitely an issue. Alright, 3 damage. Yeah, the wolf can get in the damage, so we can't attack with that. So we might as well get in with the wolf. Primo! Stoked for glorious end. Me too, 7 months in a row. Welcome back to the fish mail. Fish bowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. It's not unblockable. It can deal damage as if it wasn't blocked. So we do get to hit our opponent with it once. Random Havoc, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. So we get to hit our opponent for a bunch, down to 10. I think this might work. Mono green deck for F&M. Yeah, I think that could work. You got a reasonable curve, got enough lands. I think that it could work. I mean, it's obviously budget friendly, but now what? Well, let's just play the mountain, pass the turn, see what our opponent does. I think we're going to go on the Scourge plan here. Yeah, Colossus is going to be a problem at some point. Potentially. We do get to fizzle one attack with Imperial Archangel. Yeah, opponent's going to go monstrous by the looks. Yep, there's the Colossus. Can we win next turn? I think so. Opponent goes attacking. Most embarrassing loss in my Magic career. Oh, goodness. I don't even know. I've punted so many times. Yeah, I think we can just win by attacking next turn. So block here to keep our Archangel alive by 1 point of damage. And then shoot stuff. I don't even know if this is actually necessary. We probably just win anyway. Kill the ground dudes. Yeah, I think this... Yeah, this should just do it. Good game, good game. We get the Momir win. On top of the pretty sweet league. Sweet. Well, thanks for the game, Aleros. So, yeah. I think that's, I think that pretty much opponent reveals their hand. All lands. Predictable. And that's how the league ends. So I think that does it for tonight. So sweet deck with Rug Bounty. Check out Bounty of the Luxa. It seems like a really sweet card. Momir, we're getting lucky. We're back from our losing streak. Won both times this week. Opened some sweet treasure chests. So all around win-win-win. So let's do our reminders. Of course, if you're looking to check out this stream in the future, you want to go back and see Rug Bounty or the Momir or the sweet chest openings, make sure to check out the MTG Goldfish replay YouTube. And then the YouTube channel, where you can find new perspectives against the odds. Came out last night. Tonight we'll have a this or that magic me and Tomer will be doing. And of course, the normal the merch page, you'll find the new t-shirt, Cruel Story Bro, if you're looking to pick that up or to support the stream and the channel and the site. And of course, Pro Tour coming up tomorrow, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. We'll have articles and deck lists, so make sure to check that out as well if you're interested. It should be fun. I'll be hanging out. Check out the Discord channel if you want to hang out in the Discord and chat during the Pro Tour, so, or on Twitter or whatever. So anyway, have a great evening, everyone. Have an awesome Pro Tour. Thanks for hanging out in the stream. Thanks to all the subs. It was fun. We'll be back on Tuesday with another one. Have a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon.